Welcome to the English Storybox channel. Please subscribe and join our storytelling journey.
The Letter in the Rain. Mia was a 17-year-old girl living in a quiet seaside town with her mother and little brother, Sam. To help her family, she worked after school at a flower shop owned by a kind old woman, Mrs. Green. Mia had a secret dream. She wanted to be a writer. Every night, she wrote stories in an old notebook but kept them hidden because she was afraid people would laugh at her. One rainy Friday, everything changed. While looking out of the flower shop, Mia saw a tired-looking boy drop a brown envelope into a puddle before rushing onto a bus. Mia ran out and saved the wet envelope. On the front, it said, "For Elena Parker." Mia kept the envelope safe in a drawer. Over the weekend, she couldn't stop thinking about it. On Monday, she told her best friend, Nora, who loved mysteries. Together, they went to the town library. The librarian told them that Elena Parker used to be a music teacher who lived in a white house on Willow Street but left town many years ago. Mia and Nora visited the empty house and saw an old photo of a young woman holding a violin through the window. The next afternoon, the boy returned to the flower shop looking for the envelope. His name was Daniel, and Elena Parker was his sick grandmother. Daniel explained that he found the unopened letter in his grandmother's room. When she saw it, she cried and asked him to find out who brought it. Mia offered to help him solve the mystery. The next day, Mia, Nora, and Daniel began their search. They visited the old school where Elena used to work. The headmaster revealed that Elena was in love with an art teacher named Thomas Reed. However, Thomas left town suddenly due to family trouble, and rumors spread that he became engaged to another woman. Heartbroken, Elena left town too. The headmaster sent them to Mrs. Bell, the old church caretaker. She confirmed that Thomas loved Elena deeply, but his letters suddenly stopped. Finally, they visited Cliff Road, where Thomas's brother, Jonah Reed, lived. Jonah told them the tragic truth. Their father had hidden all of Thomas and Elena's letters to force Thomas into a rich marriage. When Thomas finally found out, he rushed back to town, but Elena was already gone. He searched for her his whole life but died without ever finding her. Jonah gave Daniel an old photo of the lovers and told him to open the letter with Elena. The next morning, Daniel thanked Mia with a hug before leaving town. He also left her a note that said, "You should show people your stories. Some letters are too important to keep hidden." Inspired by his words, Mia finally showed her notebook to her mother, who loved her stories and encouraged her not to hide her gift. A few days later, Daniel called Mia. He told her that he read the letter aloud to his grandmother. Thomas had written that he never stopped loving her and that she was the brightest part of his life. Elena smiled through her tears, finally knowing the truth, and felt at peace. Weeks later, Elena passed away calmly, holding the letter. Her last message to Daniel was, "Tell the flower girl to keep writing." Daniel returned to town later and gave Mia a silver violin pin from Elena. Mia began writing a new story about the rain, the lost envelope, and an old love. She entered a writing competition, and her story won second place. Mia laughed and cried with joy. She realized that her dream was worth chasing, and she named her first book The Letter in the Rain. Moral: truth matters, even if it comes late. Real love never disappears with time. Never hide your talents from the world.